Hey guys, so in this new video I'm talking about the alternator. It's underneath here. So what I'm doing is, because we want to be able to have a Victron DC to DC charger from 24 volts to from 12 volts to 24 volts, and I'm planning on adding 3 of them because we have a 230 amp hour Tesla battery at 24 volts. And what that means is that each Victron Orion DC to DC charger is 15 amps at 24 volts. So if I have 3, it will give me 45 amps and maximum 60 amps. So it means I can charge the battery within 3 hours or less than 4 hours. I've only had one, it takes forever to charge. So yeah, that's in case if we, in winter, when we're just driving somewhere, we can just charge the battery at the same time. Saves us having to buy bigger battery bank. You just charge the one we have already. So my plan now is to take off the older alternator from the van. It's got 150 amp hour 12 volts alternator. I've ordered a 210 amp hour 12 volts alternator from Iveco, which is what this van is. Iveco. I really found it hard to find any 210 amp hour alternator online, so I had to go through Iveco. The price was not too bad. It was $380. Then you add VAT to that, so yeah, it's not too bad. So they said I should take up my old alternator just to make sure that it fits properly, and also for them to give me the 380. If not, I'll be charged £80 plus VAT to keep this alternator, which I don't really need. So I'm gonna take this out and do it myself. So I'll take this bolt out and loosen up this air filter, and then see how to get to the alternator from here. It should be a quick use a socket wrench and put it in to take off the tensioner from the belt. That should be simple. I just have to take this off and see how it goes. Okay, I'll let you know once I've taken this off. Okay, so just to let you know, I've just taken this off, just pushed it out. It goes in like this. I just took it out. So I just realized it is quite easy to take this out. All it's held in by is this. It's like a rubber mount. You pull this up like that, and that comes out. And then this one just slides back. Slide it forward, just like that, and it comes out. And then that just lifts up to reveal the alternator down there. So yeah, to make my life easier, I will be taking these out so I can take this whole box out, make my life easier and have easy access to the alternator. Right, I'm gonna do that now, and then yeah. Okay, before I forget, before you do anything on your van, disconnect the battery, which I have done already. I just didn't show that in the video. So I'll just show you what it's like in there. Okay, so I've got the flashlight on, you can see better. You can see the alternator. Just twisted this out of the way. It's still connected. Alternator is right there. That's the alternator. It's right there. I just have to get the pulley, which is there. Access the pulley. This socket, you can see it there. Put the wrench in there. Try and focus in a bit. Right there. Put the wrench in there, pull the pulley, and get the belt and tensioner off the alternator. Right, so the pulley is now off, and I'm just loosening the alternator from the bolts. It's got 3 bolts holding it, one here, one at the back. Not sure if you can see that. One at the back, and then one here. I'm gonna take it off now and then disconnect the alternator and bring it out. Okay. Right, okay, the alternator is out. There it is. 150 amps alternator is out. So I just have to leave the engine like that until the new one arrives in about a week, and then I just swap it out. Hopefully it's just a quick swap. We'll see. Okay, I'll keep you updated when I post that next. I'll video when it arrives and then put it on try it out and see how it goes. Okay. So what I've done so far is I have got 0 gauge wire, and I've run it to here, and I also ran it with a small cable here also, just in case we need it. I can always run it into the cab. So yeah, so my plan now is to run all these underneath the van, and it should come out from the back. It's gonna run all the way from the back and come out here, just behind the inverter, and I run it down there, which will go behind the bed in the space over the wheel latch. That's the plan anyway. I'm gonna run the cable now. It seems to be about to start raining now, so I'm gonna stop and continue again when it starts raining, when it stops raining. Okay, that's the plan. Right. Okay, so I've now run the wire, and it's come up there and comes out to here. That's the wire with the spare wire. So good now. So I'm just gonna wait for it. It's starting to rain now, so I'm gonna wait for it to get warmer. And just doing now is running the new alternator cable. It's a 0 gauge because, as you know, you've seen in previous clips, I'm upgrading the alternator to 210 amps from 150 amps, and I don't really trust that the current wire in the vehicle can handle it, so I'm making it a bit bigger to 0 gauge, which is 65 millimeters squared. So that should handle about 300 plus amps, which is plenty. So at least the wire will be cool. Just tying this off to the current wire. What I'll do, I'll run it all the way and then run it down and drill a new hole to the battery box, which will then give me access to the battery to connect the new wire. I already have wire running from the back of the van, so I'm going to drill another hole somewhere here, and then that will come out and connect to the battery. Well, fused. I'm going to fuse it and connect it to the battery. I already ran the new ground, which is a 0 gauge wire also. That's all set. Okay, I'm going to do that now, and then when the parts I need arrive, I'll connect it up and test it out. Okay. Hello, so I'm at the van now, changing what I did before. I tried to solder in this 0 gauge wire, but you can see it's terrible. It gave me concerns. I didn't want to leave it like this, so what I did, I went and bought this for the wire instead, and I've just installed it. This is it here. It looks much better. I've just crimped the end. I'm just gonna put heat shrink around it. Now I'm happy now because at least the current will transfer with less resistance when compared to this. Yeah, this is not good. Okay, I'm gonna do that now, heat shrink it, and it should be done. Doesn't this look much better? It looks way much better, and also it will fit in these conduits. Okay, right. Hello, guess what arrived today? After this is the 3rd week because of EU stuff. Brexit, welcome to Brexit. 3 weeks to get apart from Europe. So yeah, I'll just show you what arrived. Hold on. Right, Iveco Alternator. The guy just went now, so I missed him. So yeah, I ordered a new battery also because my other one was running low. I was reading about 11 volts, and also the alternator is my old boat. But yeah, this is a 210 amp alternator. It's hard to take it out. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so this is the 210 amp alternator. The old one was 150 amps. Right, I'm going to install this back now, and then yeah, okay. Right, so managed to get the alternator in. Now the tricky part now is to tighten up all the bolts. Let me zoom in a bit. There you go. So I've got this one bolt there, another bolt here, hard to see, there, and then when I finish that, I have another bolt here, behind here, there, to put in. Okay, I'm gonna do that now and then show you what it looks like. I'm not sure if you can hear me. The alternator is in and the battery is in. I'll just show you what the voltage is doing now. Let's see. So 14.91. So it is charging this battery up because it came delivered at 12.6 volts. So that's nice. Okay, everything works. This is what I've done so far. I'll just show you what I've done so far. Okay, this is what I've done. I've changed the ground to 0 gauge wire, connected to that, and then I run a new wire from the alternator, which is this one, goes into this bus bar. From the bus bar goes to the back, and from here goes into the fuse. And from the fuse goes into the battery. And the bus bar is running very cool, which is good. Thank you.